You know they were wrong for you. You've listed all the reasons. You've talked it through with friends who remind you how much better off you are. And yet, late at night, when your mind goes quiet, you miss them. Not the reality of them, something else. It doesn't make sense. You remember the anxiety, the walking on eggshells, the version of yourself you had to shrink into just to keep the peace. But your brain doesn't replay those scenes. It replays the good morning texts, the inside jokes, the fleeting moments when they made you feel seen. And you feel crazy, because if you know it was bad, why does your chest ache for it? Why does silence feel like withdrawal? Here's what most people don't understand. You're not missing the person. You're missing what psychologists call a reinforcement schedule. In behavioral psychology, there's a concept called intermittent reinforcement. It's the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. You don't win every time, but you win just enough to keep pulling the lever. When someone is inconsistently good to you, when affection is unpredictable, your brain releases dopamine not when you get the reward, but in anticipation of it. The uncertainty itself becomes the hook. And when it's over, your brain doesn't remember the ratio of pain to pleasure. It remembers the peaks. The unexpected text after days of silence, the sudden warmth after coldness. Those moments get encoded with disproportionate emotional weight. Let's pause here. If you're someone who keeps returning to this feeling, if you've been told you have a pattern of choosing the wrong people, I need you to hear this. You are not damaged. You are not self-sabotaging. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's trying to solve a puzzle. In behavioral attachment theory, we learn that humans are wired to seek closeness. But if your early experiences taught you that love is conditional, inconsistent, or earned through effort, your nervous system learned to equate uncertainty with connection. Stability feels foreign. Kindness feels boring. Chaos feels like home. Not because you want to suffer, but because your brain recognizes the pattern, and the brain always chooses the familiar over the unknown, even when the familiar hurts. So what's actually happening when you miss them? Your brain has two systems running simultaneously. The first is your prefrontal cortex, the rational part. It knows the truth. It's made the spreadsheet of red flags. The second is your limbic system, the emotional, survival-oriented part. This system doesn't care about logic. It cares about patterns, safety, and attachment. And here's the key. When you were with that person, your limbic system was in a constant state of hypervigilance. Your nervous system was always scanning. Are they happy with me? Did I say the wrong thing? Are they pulling away? That state, though exhausting, kept you alert, focused, alive. Neuroscience shows that the brain interprets intensity as importance, so even negative intensity gets coded as meaning. When the relationship ends, your nervous system doesn't relax. It panics, because silence feels like abandonment, and your brain would rather return to the chaos than sit with the void. So how do you move through this? Not around it, through it. Step 1. Name the craving correctly. When the missing feeling comes, don't fight it, but also don't believe the story it's telling. You're not missing them. You're missing the dopamine cycle. Say it out loud. I'm craving the feeling of being needed. I'm craving the relief that came after the tension. This is called cognitive diffusion in psychology. You're separating yourself from the thought. You're the observer, not the emotion. Step 2. Feel the withdrawal as withdrawal. Your body is going through something real. The same brain regions that activate during physical pain light up during emotional loss. Let yourself grieve what you wanted it to be, not what it was, but what you hoped for. That hope was real, and losing it deserves space. Step 3. Rewire the association. Your brain has paired love with anxiety. Now you need to teach it a new pairing. This is called reconsolidation in neuroscience. Every time you feel safe and calm, reading, walking, being with people who are consistently kind, you're building a new neural pathway. You're teaching your nervous system, this is what connection feels like. This is what I deserve. It won't happen in a day, but repetition builds belief. Step 4. Recognize the grief underneath. Sometimes the person you miss isn't even the person you were with. It's the person you became in order to stay. The one who tried harder, who believed if you could just be enough, they'd stay soft. You're mourning the loss of your own hope. And that's the hardest part to let go, because it means you have to accept you can't fix people into loving you right. Step 5. Anchor to the present. Every time your mind drifts back, bring it forward. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? Not what you needed from them, what you need from yourself. A walk, a boundary, a moment of silence. This is called self-anchoring. You become the secure base your nervous system is searching for. Here's the reframe. Missing someone who was bad for you isn't a sign you're stuck. It's a sign your nervous system is still learning what safety feels like. You've spent so long in survival mode that peace feels like waiting for the other shoe to drop. But every day you don't go back, every day you sit with the discomfort instead of numbing it, you're teaching your brain a new truth. I can survive my own absence of chaos. And eventually you'll discover something quieter, something steadier, not the fireworks, but the warmth. You're not broken for missing them. You're human, and your heart is doing what hearts do, trying to make sense of a story that didn't end the way it promised. But you don't need them to come back for the story to be complete. You just need to stop waiting for the next chapter to be written by someone else. The pen is in your hand now, and that's where the real story begins.